Today, me and my 3 fur children are going to watch the god-awful, horrifically abysmal 2008 movie, Thankskilling. See, look at, he left. He doesn't want to watch that. None of us want to watch that, but I guess we have to, so. If you like what I do, you want to see more ghastly, abysmal, godforsaken abominations of movies, then consider subscribing and click the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I want to know what you think. Leave your thoughts below in the comments. And if you want to support the channel even more, visit us on Patreon. There you'll find exclusives, sneak previews, and early release videos, and all kinds of other content that I'm sure you'll enjoy. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you watching. I know it's not Thanksgiving now, but my studies in the arcane have delayed me, and only now I'm able to review holiday movies. According to IMDb, a homicidal turkey axes off college kids during Thanksgiving break. And it's a horrible mess, it's a disaster, it's so amateurish and ugly to look at, but that's exactly what makes it great. I'm starting my review a few minutes in, when the main characters are leaving the university to go on break, but that's not where the movie starts. The beginning of the movie is this pilgrim who's running through a field naked, being chased by the turkey. After being destroyed by a turkey, it cuts and goes to the present day at the university. And naturally, I have to now show this scene on YouTube because apparently it's okay to show people's faces being blown off, you know, by bazookas and bombs and whatever, but nudity, that's the devil. But whatever.
Thanksgiving break! Yes! Yes! Damn, Billy. Cover those puppies up. Don't you see your nasty titties? Woo. I'm trying to get Allie to show her big old tigos. Alright.
Yeah! Spring break, guys. Let's get wasted.
Pull your shirt down, honey. It's Thanksgiving, not Titsgiving.
What? I thought Johnny would be thankful for my glorious movies. And now I am. You know you like them.
Spring break. They just mentioned as Thanksgiving break. These characters are already irritating and we're just 2 minutes in. Once again, we have a slasher movie with annoying, stupid characters. There just seems to be no escaping that cliche.
Yo, what's up, man? My name's Johnny.
Hey, Johnny. Yeah, I know you. You're the backup quarterback for the Tritons, aren't you?
That's just because I broke my leg last season. You know Trent, first string quarterback?
Oh. Yeah, no, you're better than him. He's got nothing on you, man.
He's got nothing.
No, nothing.
Weapon of mass destruction. Go ahead, touch it. Nice, right?
Yeah, wow, that's huge.
Hey, Darren, I got a muscle you can touch.
Why do all the characters in horrible low-budget movies like this act so unusual? It's like they can never act like normal real-life people. Nobody acts the way they do like that. This movie is so 2000s. I mean, you can just tell immediately by looking at it. The way they look and the way the visuals look like, the way they speak is just so 2000s. So the main characters leave their town for the holiday, but it looks like they may be going on a trip together. Are they not going to their own individual families for the holiday? I don't get it. Are they going on a trip together or are they going to their own houses? It's never explained, so whatever. So we see a strange old man in the forest with his dog. I'm not sure what they're there for. I don't know if he's just taking the dog out to take a leak or what, but they're out in the forest and that's what's going on. Back at the car, they show a flashback of Johnny as a younger kid, but he still looks the same. How is he a kid? How is it supposed to be a long time ago when he looks the same?
He was the one who taught me how to throw the pigskin around all those years ago. Unfortunately, we haven't been getting along lately.
in the movie it says, oh, a long time ago when I was a kid, and it shows a flashback, and it's like, he's not a kid?
Hey, I'm gonna go wild. I'm gonna go buck wild on this trip. I'm gonna go skinny dipping without any clothes on. I'm gonna ghost ride the whip, man. Woo! I'm gonna have sex with someone in this car. Yeah, for once, you know, it's not gonna be just me by myself. I'm gonna be the one doing the sexing. Yeah, to one of you.
Well, it isn't gonna be me. I'm a prude. What?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing at all, Allie.
Allie, you're kind of a hoe. I'm not gonna lie, you're pretty skanky.
I am not a hoe. There's only one man in my life. Right, Johnny?
Oh, please, Allie. Your legs are harder to shut than the John Benet Ramsey case.
Oh, snap.
Oh my god. These characters and this geek guy is so dumb and says the most inappropriate things. Why are all these scripts written like this? Who's in charge of these scripts? All these movies are like this. Lamageddon, everything, they're all like this. Who writes these scripts? Teletubbies? Again? Why? The dialogue is so amateurish. I don't get it. I don't get it, really. I don't get it. And it's like, yes, it might be done on purpose, but it's also, you can tell that's amateurish. So the weird guy is looking for his dog that he let out earlier. I guess he must have escaped from him. The dog goes and pees on an object and wakes up a killer turkey that was in hibernation. I guess the killer turkey was hibernating in the ground, buried in the ground, you know, like in the grave. But, you know, whatever.
Thank you, baby.
God damn, Cheryl! That coffee tastes like shit! What'd you do? Take a dump in it?
As a matter of fact, I sure did. I want a fucking divorce!
Alright then.
Oh my god. You took a shit in the coffee? Ay, Dios mío. What is this, angry video game nerd or what?
Hey, come here. It's dog shit. That's what it reminds me of.
This movie's a bunch of diarrhea, just like his very real mustache. I don't know. The girl in the car calls her dad to tell him that they're going on a trip, and they talk for a little bit, and as they're driving, the car breaks down, so they get out to take a look to see what's wrong.
Oh, I know. Maybe it's a flat tire, Johnny.
Yeah, maybe, Allie.
I know this character's written to be stupid, I know, but they're stupid, and then there's annoying stupid, and she's definitely annoying stupid. They go too far with things like this in these movies. Why? That just goes to show that they're amateurish and they don't know what they're doing. Or it's written by Teletubbies. Or both. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, we got tents and beer. Let's party here tonight.
Yeah, that sounds awesome!
Yeah, and if you get drunk enough, Johnny, you could look under my hood.
I'm so excited! I'm so excited! Ow! Fuck! Faggot! Ouch!
There are a lot of no-no words in this movie. You can tell it was made in the Shane Dawson era of video. I'm sure he will be proud of something like this. So the geek tells a story of how the turkey was cursed by a Native American so it can kill pilgrims and white settlers in an act of revenge in a little cartoon segment, which once again, all these movies have a cartoon segment. Lamageddon, Killer Piñata, what was the other one? Zombievers. What is like a running thing in all these movies?
Oh, my ex-boyfriend was a pilgrim.
It's kind of a legend, guys. There are tons of books written about it. It's a pretty famous story. Turkeyologists all over the world
brother.
know it as Thankskilling.
Let me guess, it's been 505 years later, right?
No. It will be in 45 minutes.
So they sit down around the fire and talk about the killer turkey and how soon it will be the 505th year anniversary of when the killer turkey first emerged. The weird guy is still looking for his dog in the forest. He encounters the turkey in the forest and it starts talking to the guy.
What the hell? What kind of accident? Well, I took this here axe and I accidentally cut him. Get it? Accident.
And the turkey said there was an accident. And the guy asked, what kind of accident? And it's like, do you not notice that a turkey is holding an axe and talking to you? Is that not registering? So he's just talking to him like there's nothing going on. And on top of that, the turkey killed his dog. What a bastard. Why do all the pets have to pay the price in movies like this, just like Zombievers? I don't like it. So the turkey encounters one of the girls, and the music, oh, the music.
I'm gonna drink your blood like cranberry sauce, meanie.
The music is so stupid. It sounds like 99-cent version of the Halloween theme. You can find music in libraries that don't sound like 99-cent versions of other songs, that don't sound cheap, that don't sound like ripoffs. You can find good quality music in music libraries. You pay a subscription and there you go. And it's like, okay, maybe they didn't have that in 2005 or whatever when they made this movie. Okay, but they could have chosen something else that does not sound like that. It sounds like a Halloween ripoff. And why are you going to do that? The girl goes back to the camp to tell them of the evil turkey, and of course, they don't believe her because they never do, as usual. And the dialogue is so bad. So bad. Malo.
It was just a story, Kristen. I doubt it's even true.
Shut up, you guys. I think she might be serious. Where's the turkey?
I don't know. He was right behind me. He was chasing me. I don't know where he went.
Well, I don't see anything. Let's just go to bed. Everything's gonna be okay.
You don't believe me, do you?
I do believe you.
Look me in the eyes. Do you believe me? Out of everybody here, I thought you would believe me. Screw you, Johnny.
You can screw me, Johnny.
Don't any of these people that make these shit movies have any experience in writing? Or have they ever had a conversation with anyone? Ever? At any point in their lives? Because no one speaks like this. No one talks like that. It's so wooden and clunky and horrible. It's like, how is it possible to write dialogue this bad? On accident or on purpose or anything. The dialogue is so unnatural and stiff.
Oh, look. It's a baby bunny. Do you think he's okay? I mean, he looks kind of funny, doesn't he?
Yeah. That's because his stomach got gnawed open. Look at all of his guts hanging out.
Look, guys, just calm the F down. Jesus, we're in the woods. This type of shit happens all the time. Let's just go to bed.
Yeah. Demonic turkeys. Gutted animals. Yeah, let's sleep on it. Great idea.
Well, I'm tired. I'm pretty wasted anyway, so, night all.
So they decide to go to sleep, and they just ignore the turkey, ignore the fact that the turkey was out there, and started talking to that girl, and the turkey was literally talking to her like a talking turkey, and they're just like, well, whatever, it's not a big deal. So a dead rabbit just gets thrown into the fire, and they just don't think anything of it. Like, it's an everyday occurrence. Oh yeah, it happens all the time, yeah, in the forest, yeah, of course it does. So the weird guy shows up to warn them the next day of the turkey. So they just leave the camp, and the hillbilly guy goes and talks about how now he believes in the story of the killer turkey since he encountered the weird guy earlier that morning. They had a little conversation, and he was convinced about the existence of the killer turkey.
I didn't think that my story would have this much of an effect on you guys. I mean, you're the cool kids, right?
Whatever. Can we just go back, enjoy our families, and have a nice Thanksgiving break? Can we just do that, okay?
Sure.
Good. God. You guys, your damn turkey stories.
Johnny, I'm sorry about the things I said last night. I guess I was just a little freaked out, you know?
No need to apologize, gorgeous.
Again, with the horrible dialogue. I can't tolerate such bad writing and dialogue. It literally makes me hurt. It pains me. I literally can't tolerate that. Why is everything so stupid? And it's like, it could be done on purpose, but it's just taking it way too far on the stupidity, where it's not even funny. It's just annoyingly dumb and mind-numbing.
Ass, gas, or grass.
Well, I'm out of gas. Guess I'll take ass.
Mm-hmm. Now that's what I call a tight ass. Yeah.
You know, it's not for you, or anyone else for that matter.
Oh, please, mister.
A talking turkey does not make anyone react in any way. Like, he's just a regular old guy there, like, it's not even a big deal. Like, it's just a regular person. Like, oh, talking turkey. Nothing out of the ordinary. I saw one yesterday. Like, it's just nothing, you know. So the turkey hijacks the car, follows the main characters to where they're going.
Oh, looks like somebody's trying to get with you, Johnny.
Haven't you noticed? She tries that with everyone. It's like her legs are harder to shut than the John Benet Ramsey case.
Oh, shit! Dang! Damn, that was good.
Legs are harder to close than the John Benet Ramsey case. How many times are you going to make the same joke? It wasn't even funny the first time. Does it look like I'm amused? So why do it again? Was this joke so hilarious you had to say it a second time? No, it was not. It's just a poor excuse for a script and a sorry mess of a movie. It's just trying to add filler to extend the runtime. So they drop off one of the girls at her family's house and they keep on driving to go to Johnny's house. The main guy goes home to see his family and him and his dad don't get along. His dad doesn't like him and they haven't talked in a while.
Hey, Pops.
Hey. Long time no see. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Ah, yes, a library fart noise in the most unusual time for comedy effect. Let's see. Classico. See. So the guy lies to his dad to gain his affection, and within 2 seconds, the dad changes his mind, and now he likes his son. So all he did was just one little lie, and all of a sudden, his dad changes his mind, and now his dad likes him. But that doesn't last long because the turkey then shows up and kills Johnny's dad and his mom, and so that's the end of that. Johnny drives away and goes to the friend's house to escape the killer turkey. So the turkey goes to the girl's house and... Oh my god. No, don't tell me what... Don't tell me what I think is going to happen is going to happen.
Damn, that was good. You just got stuffed.
Okay, that was a great line. Okay, that was a great line. The only line so far in the movie that's worth anything, but that's the only one that was good. Oh, this movie sucks big time. Anyways, the friends go to the girl's house, and they find that she's been killed by a turkey.
Wait here, guys. I'll go get her.
Do you think we made it in time?
Don't even talk like that, Billy.
At least her legs were harder to close than John Benet Ramsey's legs.
No, stop. No, God. No, no, no. No one thinks this is funny. How many more times are you going to say the same damn thing? Especially when no one thought it was funny. I don't get it. It's like said like 5 times in this movie. Why? Don't they know any other jokes?
Is she? Yes, guys. She's dead. I found this in there too. And this. An extra small gravy-flavored condom.
Son of a bitch! She was finally warming up to me, too. We've got to find a way to kill that cock-blocking turkey.
Cock-blocking turkey. Cock-blocking turkey. These people are so narrow-minded. So anyways, they devise a plan to go kill the turkey and they leave the house. The other girl's dad has a home library of books about killer turkeys. Why would you have such a thing like that? I don't know, but apparently he does. So they leave and go over to his house to go investigate. The turkey shows up to the cop's house, who is the father of Kristen, the other girl that remains here. And he lets the turkey in, thinking it's a human friend of his daughter. Yeah, I guess the plastic nose and the glasses convinces him that it's a real person and not a killer talking turkey. They drink coffee. I hope it's not the shit coffee. But they drink coffee and he tells the dad that he's a friend of her daughter's. After a brief, awkward conversation, the turkey ends up getting mad at his remarks, and so he kills the cop. They go to the girl's dad's house to look for books that may have information on this turkey.
Oh, hello, sweetie. How are you?
Daddy, you look different.
Oh.
Oh, you got a haircut.
Yeah.
These people are the dumbest people I have ever met. Even for horror movie, C movie, low budget standards, like really, these are the dumbest people I have ever met. Even in Armageddon, they're dumb, really, they are. But they recognize the llama when they see it. They know, for the most part, that it's a killer llama. They see that it's a llama, but here they see the damn turkey, and they don't even. I can't take this. These are the dumbest people I've ever met.
Dad, we need to use your collection of books. Would you mind showing us to the garage?
Of course. Yeah, no problem at all. I mean, where is it again, honey?
Oh, Dad, you and your rapidly fading memory.
Oh, Dad, you and your rapidly fading memory. Yeah. And again, they just don't notice that this damn turkey is wearing a skin face mask. Yeah. And they play that 99-cent budget Halloween music. Again, is this the only music they were able to purchase? Did they go to 99-cent store and get a CD, a Halloween music CD, and they've got it and they put it in there and they use it in the movie? And it's that's what it sounds like. And it's the only track on a CD, and they play it over and over and over again.
Well, guys, here it is.
Every single action, every single word spoken, every single frame of this movie, every single thing about this movie is atrociously abysmal. Es diarrea, malo, mierda, no sirve, no, es basura. I don't get it. What's the point of making it so god awful like this? I don't get it. You can make things that's horror, comedy, whatever, but it's they go way overboard on trying to make it as stupid as possible, and it's just why? What's the point of that? But also, why not do that? I mean, obviously, we're watching it here, right? We watched 10 of these horrible movies already, or who knows how many, and so it's I'm sure I'm gonna keep doing more of them. So, yeah, why even question it? I should just not even question anything like that. So they look in the garage for books and anything that may be of help in killing this turkey. The hillbilly guy, I guess Billy, goes into the kitchen to look for food, and he finds the turkey dragging the body of the cop, and the rest of the group comes out and they find the turkey, and there's so much bad, awfully cringe dialogue, super cringy dialogue.
You kids are retarded.
Leave us alone! Why are you bothering us?
Daddy, no!
Shut up. I do the talking, faggot. A long time ago, one of your ancestors disrespected our people really, really badly.
It's like, was this written by Shane Dawson to be like shock humor or whatever? It's just so mind-numbingly dumb. Like, I don't get it.
We gave your people land, and we let you have casinos. Doesn't that make up for what our ancestors did?
It almost did, but it didn't. Prepare to be dead. Bastard.
The acting is bellissimo. Bellissimo, bellissimo. Excelente, excelente. Puro calidad. Puro calidad. Billy leaves the house while Johnny and Kristen go to the living room. So the geek goes into the room and he tells them that he has cracked the code on how to kill the turkey, and he explains to them what to do. The turkey tricks Billy the hillbilly, who is wandering at night looking for food, and ends up killing him.
Gobble gobble, motherfucker.
Gobble gobble. Yeah. Okay, that's the other good line. That's the other good line. So there are only two good lines here. That's the other good line. But that's it. No more. No más. No más. No hay más. Eso es todo.
Now that's what I call foul play.
And again with the cheap music. Again, I'm convinced that they bought this CD at 99-cent store, and it was the only song on there. They had a small budget. That's all they can afford, so they just played over and over and over and over and over again. So the group drives out, and they find Billy, and they find that he's been destroyed by that turkey. The geek guy is reminiscing on old times, and this ear-bleedingly corny-ass song plays over flashbacks. It's great. This is probably the only good part of this movie is this stupid song.
Now you've gone and left me. You were my friend. My friend. You got killed by a turkey. Who's not my friend.
And yes, they just leave his body behind there in the middle of the public sidewalk. There's a dead body right there. It's been mutilated in the middle of the public sidewalk in the neighborhood, so everybody can just, just there. They don't call the cops. They don't call detectives. They don't call the hospital. No, they just leave it there, as you do when you encounter a dead body in the middle of the road, naturally. So they drive to the teepee where the turkey stays at. I guess he stays in a teepee. And they attempt to tie him up so they can kill him. Again, the dialogue is so poorly written. It's so bad, so bad, so malissimo, 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 malissimo.
Still got that lighter, Johnny?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm ready to see this cock burn.
You mean turkey, right?
No, I mean like a dick, not like the animal. Do you have the lighter or not?
Yeah, I got it. Just
Shane Dawson has really outdone himself writing this piece of shit. The weird guy comes out to the teepee and shoots the turkey, but of course the turkey's not actually dead. I mean, that never happens. Why would that happen? But they just think that it's dead.
Well, I sure learned a lot from this experience, and I made lifelong friends.
The real treasure was the friend. Yeah, the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. Yeah. So they go back to the house to celebrate the turkey being defeated, and they sit on the sofa and watch a movie, all three of them there.
So, Kristen, in a way, I'm kind of glad all this happened. If not, I wouldn't have gotten this close to you. I may have lost my parents, but I gained a girlfriend.
Girlfriend?
Brother.
You mean...
Yes. Will you go out with me?
Oh, Johnny, I don't know what to say. I mean, I do know what to say. Yes, of course.
Awesome. She's gonna go out with me. Awesome.
you're kind of glad all this happened. So your parents and friends and a bunch of other people are killed, and you're glad this happened. So you lost all these people, but it was worth it because you gained a girlfriend. Yep. Okay. The geek leaves to go to the bathroom, and surprise, surprise, the turkey shows up and starts to attack him.
Son of a bitch, why can't you just die already?
So the turkey destroys them, and well, now there were two. How is he still alive when his heart was ripped out of his chest? And how is the heart still beating? This also happened in Lamageddon. How does this happen in two movies? The exact same thing. I don't know. The two of them are sitting on the sofa, and he's afraid, thinking that the turkey may still be alive.
You're right. He's gotta be dead. Unless he fell into some radioactive waste. What are the odds of that happening, right?
Don't be silly. That kind of stuff only happens in movies.
Yeah, well, this is a movie, although just barely. It's more like a video that's been edited into a story, so I guess that makes it a movie, or whatever. Johnny goes into the kitchen and is stabbed by the turkey. The girl and Johnny then escape the house to get away from the turkey. They go into a shack that's nearby. I guess it's in their backyard.
Roast in hell, asshole.
And again with the music. Can't they play any other song? Whatever. Now that kills a turkey. So now the turkey's dead. The weird guy shows up and tells her, well done, as they watch the turkey burn in this pile of wood. So there's an epilogue scene with another Thanksgiving with some random people.
Ah, do I smell sequel? Biatch!
Well, it's over. Thank the maker, it's over. This was so tedious and dumb. It's like no thought was put into this. Just throwing a bunch of stupid jokes, horribly bad acting, poor cinematography, bad audio, putrid sound effects, and ear-piercing music, and you get this horrible abomination. Ah, yes, General Bastard. This is who we have to thank for the beautiful music that graced our ears in this motion picture. Yes. In movies like this, it's sometimes hard to tell if the acting is bad on purpose, or are they just not very good. But in this, I really believe they are trying, but are just horrible. Yeah, I think they are exaggerating, and I think that they are doing some things on purpose, but I also believe that because they don't know what they're doing, this is the result of not knowing what to do. And it's just like, okay, maybe you should know a little bit about movie making or about filmmaking before you make a film. But hey, if everybody did that, we wouldn't have gems like this, or Lamageddon, or Killer Piñata, or any of these horrible disasters that are on Amazon and things we've seen before. So maybe that's not the case. Maybe people shouldn't know what to do before they make movies. Maybe people should just dive in blind like that and not know anything about anything, just to see how it comes out and see what happens. Maybe that's the more interesting and exciting route. Maybe Francis Ford Coppola or Steven Spielberg or Martin Scorsese. None of these people should have gone to school or do anything. They should have just started out like that and be like, hey, let's see what happens. You know, and sometimes that works, but not the first time, or the second time, or the third time. And so the thing is that it just all seems very amateurish, and maybe it is amateurish. Maybe it really is. And the thing is, like, okay, if it is amateurish, then that explains a lot. I don't get it. It's like these movies are all like outrageously, like insanely horrible, and it's like, yes, again, it might be done on purpose, but there's also things that you can tell that they don't know what they were doing, because nobody that knows what they're doing would allow such technical mistakes like that to happen. So anyways, that's Thankskilling, and it's an abomination. Everything about it is horrible. Every single aspect of this movie is god awful. And it's like they didn't know what they were doing, and it's like, why did they even make this movie? But I watch it every year, so who's the real sucker then? So now we're going to review this movie based on this chart. We're going to review its elements, its form, the entertainment factor, and the quality factor. And you already know that's going to get heavily discounted because there's so much shit that's wrong in here. How are we not going to give it a score that's horrifically abysmal? Well, let's count it and let's figure out. Let's see what the score is.
Oh, yeah. Toss it. Perfect. Yep. Low in calories. Oh, yeah. Perfect high in fiber. Oh, yeah. Good. Toss it. Whew. Nothing like a long day to have a big juicy salad in my stomach.
Now, for its form, is it realistic? Well, the characters don't behave in a realistic way. That's what we're looking for. When Johnny's parents gets murdered, he goes to see his friends, which instead of going to the police or anything, that's the first thing he does. And when the girl gets murdered by a turkey, they just leave her there at the house. And same thing. And when Billy gets murdered, they just leave him in the middle of the sidewalk in public there, and they don't even call the police or anything. We got discount points there because those are actions of crazy people. Is it coherent? No, it's not coherent. Not so much the story, I mean a little bit. I mean the very basic story, but the actions of the people. It's like they go from point A to point B, but why? Like they go to the dad's house because he has a library about killer turkeys, but why does he have that? Like it's just there and convenience of the story. And why did the turkey go there? Like he has no business going there. It's just there to move the story forward by creating plot points. But they're not natural, they're just inserted there to move the story forward. Stories should feel like they're going from point A to point B, but should go naturally, like in real life, and not feel like it's just put in there just to move it forward. And this movie doesn't do that. So it's not entirely coherent, so we have to discount point. Is it complex? No, there's nothing complex about this movie. Not in the story, acting, technicality, or anything like that really. So we have to discount a point. Original. Is a story presented in a way that we haven't seen before, or from a different point of view, a different take? No, so we had to discount a point. So now we're gonna discuss the elements. Direction. Like with many other movies, the direction seems unfocused, although not as much as say like Armageddon or something like that. The direction and acting overlap, and with good direction, even bad acting can be made to be better. But with bad direction, the movie can surely suffer. The director is the main storyteller of the film, and must be able to communicate their vision clearly to the actors and crew. Because if the actors feel uninspired, not motivated, these are the central pieces of your story, of your movie, and if they can't deliver it, then you have no movie, you have no story. Well, technically you do, but it'll be like The Room. An unfocused, uninspired, or inexperienced director will not be able to bring out the creativity in the actors, and can result in actors acting like they're just reading a script and not really acting. Good acting is supposed to be realistic. When you're watching a movie, you're not watching a performance, but a real person in a real situation. In acting class, the philosophy was, in The Room, there is no stage, there's no crew, there's no audience, nothing. It's just me, the other person, and the situation we're in. And it's real, it's real. It's real at least for those few moments, and then afterwards, then we come back to real life. It's not supposed to look or feel like a performance, and a good director will be able to make that happen. Everything here seems like a performance, however. It's like a caricature, it's so over the top and ridiculous, and it feels like a performance, and not even a good performance, so we had to discount a point for that. Writing and dialogue, well, the writing is just bad. The writing is just bad, the story doesn't make any sense, and it's filled with a bunch of plot holes. I mean, like, why did the turkey go to Kristen's dad's house? In real life, why would he have gone there? No reason. And why did the dad have that library? And why, if this is a Thanksgiving break, where people are going to go see their family, are they acting like they're going to be together and wild like if it's a spring break? And that doesn't make any sense either. The story is so weak and being held just by band-aids and spit, like it's really, really missing a lot. And the dialogue is so absolutely diuretically horrendous, with so much cringe and 2000s type humor in some parts. Like, you can definitely tell this is a movie made in the 2000s. Nobody talks like that like they do. It's horrendously stiff and clunky and stupid. Like, nobody talks like that. No one. It's written like that on purpose, but it's not even good. Like, you can write bad stuff on purpose, but make it clever and interesting or funny or whatever, but it's just bad and stupid. Like, it's so stupid. And regarding the editing, The editing's not the worst I've seen, but it does do a few odd things here and there. Like, why does it speed up right here in this part when there's a reason for it to do that? It's just there, why? It's not too bad, however, so we can leave it at that. The same thing goes with the sound. Sometimes the sound is not the greatest, but overall it's not too bad. In a few scenes, however, the sound will vary in quality. In one character it sounds like it's from the camera mic, and the other character sounds it's from the boom mic. It does have a few differences within the same shot of the sound. Overall, the sound quality is not horrendous, but you can spot the differences if you're paying attention. And it sounds like they use different sources to mic the characters or to overdub the characters within the same shot. But like I said, however, it's not too noticeable, so it's not too bad. Armageddon was so much worse, however, where in the same shot, two different people sounded so wildly different. Like one was recorded with the potato, and the other one was recorded with the mic, now placed all the way across the room. It's just, I have no idea why the sound was so horrendously atrocious in that one. This movie, however, doesn't do as much of a bad job with sound like Armageddon. So overall, it's not too bad, so we can just leave it alone. And the music is so generic, it's so cheesy and bland. Es música que encontraron en Dollar Tree para 50 centavos. Es malo. It's so horrible. It's stupid. It's like bargain bin CD. Like it's bad. The special effects, it's bad. We don't want, you know, ILM type effects. Right? We want horrible, garbage looking things like this. The turkey puppet really looks funny. Like, and that's exactly how I want it. We don't want things to be good. We don't want that. So having it be comical and dumb and look like it was made for $20 is exactly what we want. The story and the plot is just so basic. And simple does not mean bad, but when it's so basic and so simple that it has so many holes, that's when it's a problem. Like some of the things I mentioned before, things just don't make any sense and are just there to be convenient for the story, such as a turkey visiting the dad's house, or the fact that the dad has that library they're looking for. And the characters are just so 2D paper flat. None of the characters have any real character arc. What's their motivation? What do they want? Who knows? Well, Johnny has an arc at least. He's glad that everybody died because I let him to have a girlfriend. So, yeah, there's that. So, we have to discount a point because of that. The tone. The tone was pretty much the same throughout, both in story and visuals. However, that doesn't mean that it's good, but it stays the same vomitrocious mess from the beginning all the way to the end. It's horror comedy, and it maintains that dumb style all the way throughout. So we don't have to discount a point for that. But that doesn't mean it's good, but it just means that it's maintained that same diarrhea quality from the very beginning to the end. So at least it's consistent in this one category. So technically we don't have to discount a point because the tone's out all over the place. But, ay Dios mío, it's not good though. The pacing is not too bad. It's not a drag like other bad movies that just go on forever and ever and are boring. It's not fantastic, but in comparison, it's okay. And now we're gonna discuss the mise-en-scene. Well, as you expect, the lighting is not great, because sometimes it looks like they don't even have any lights, which itself is not a problem, but the lighting looks inconsistent from scene to scene, and sometimes from shot to shot, in the same scene. Like, I don't understand. Which is not good, so we had to discount a point. It just doesn't look good. It looks really amateurish, which you can do natural lighting, but you have to do it correctly because you have so many inconsistencies. Or if it just looks plain bad, then you have to fix it. You have to add more light, go somewhere else. You have to do something. But they just arrived and like, oh yeah, this looks good. And just do nothing. Don't adjust the lights, nothing. Like a lot of scenes are so dark, and it's like, why is it so dark? Like, can't you do something about that? The cinematography is also not great. The colors are just so god-awful ugly, like they didn't adjust the white balance, the ISO, the shutter speed, nothing. They didn't do any adjustments of any sort. They just picked up the camera and started recording, and I mean, that must have been what happened. That, along with the lighting, makes the visuals of this movie look so ugly to look at. It really looks ugly to look at. It probably looks even uglier than Armageddon, and Armageddon looks ugly as hell, but this one just looks unpleasant. Like, it just looks like bad phone photography. Like, there's nothing artistic about it. It's literally just pick up and film, and the dark colors, and the ugly looking colors, and just that bad visual, it doesn't look good. The cinematographer, or director of photography, is exactly that, the director of the photography. because that's what film is essentially. 24 photos taken a second. So it's an art form. You have to be creative, and just like photography, it's the same thing except using video, which there's a lot of overlap. And it just looks like pick up and shoot, and no adjustments, nothing. It's like, well, let's see what happens. Like, no, you're not supposed to do that. It's supposed to look nice, like photography. Imagine you take out one still from this movie and you hang it up on the museum wall. It's supposed to look nice. Every shot is supposed to look nice. That's what the whole point is. But no, it looks like shit here. So the costumes, well, the costumes are okay. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary. They're just wearing regular clothes and stuff. So I guess we can leave it like that. Although they do look very 2000s. The props seem to be okay. I mean, you know, there's nothing really out of the ordinary here. They don't have any special lasers or guns or things or whatever. There's nothing, you know, I mean, they use a bat at the end, and there's nothing really out of the ordinary, so I guess it's okay. We don't have to discount the point. The setting is pretty similar to many other of these low-budget horror movies, taking place in the country, in farms, forests, things like that are easy to access. So it's okay. We don't have to discount a point. You know, we've seen settings like this before, like in Armageddon and Zombievers, but you know, that's fine. There's nothing really bad about it, so we can leave it alone. And the acting, the acting, as I mentioned earlier when I was talking about direction, is atrociously diuretic. I mean, really, where do they find these people at? All these movies have the same kind of actors. They're over the top and like a caricature, and it's like, where do they find these people at? The best acting, by far, with no question about it, is the turkey, who director Jordan Downey did the voice for. But in the end, we have to discount a point because he can't save this movie because everything is absolutely god-awful. So we have to discount a point. Well, the makeup is fine. Nothing too crazy, or unique, or original going on. But we have to discount a point. Purely for the sole reason of this fake mustache right here. This reason alone is why we have to discount a point here. Enough for the quality factor. There's nothing really quality about this movie. From the writing, to the acting, to the cinematography, the audio, visual, technical quality. Nothing. Absolutely nothing is quality about this movie. Absolutely nothing. Everything looks like it was filmed on a potato. The audio is probably the only technical thing that is somewhat okay. Although it has problems in some areas, like inconsistent audio quality in different scenes. Overall, I would say 1 point in the quality factor, only because they made this movie with a low budget in the mid-2000s when it was not easy or cheap to film HD because it was not cost effective yet. I know how that was because I started making movies at this time, and HD cameras were very, very expensive. The most common consumer cameras were those small cassette camcorders that we had to put into a VHS converter and then put that into a VCR and then transfer the video to digital on the computer. I did this for my first film I made in 2007. And as you can see, the quality is not very good, and I didn't really know what I was doing either. So I understand the limitations that they had at this time. However, in comparison to other movies, it still looks horrible, so we have to give it only 1 point. And the entertainment factor. When it comes to the entertainment factor, the fun factor, I'd say it was about a 1.5. It was fun and some good one-liners, but there are still other bad movies that are much more entertaining. But this one is good, and there's a reason why it's a cult classic during Thanksgiving. It also helps that's one of the few Thanksgiving movies in general, so doesn't really have much competition in that area. Normally, when we rate movies, we go to 0 to 10, but specifically for these movies, we're gonna go from 0 to -10. -10 being the best, worst bad movie you've ever seen, like The Room, and 0 being the most boring, uninteresting, and unmemorable bad movie you can think of. So after discounting everything, the total score is -5.75, but we're on to -6. A little bit of trivia about this movie. Lindsay Anderson, who plays Kristen, met with the filmmakers only a few days before filming at a donut shop. And I guess that's some last-minute casting. They self-distributed the film on Amazon and sold 1,000 copies in the first year, which, you know, for being on the early internet, with no studio backing or distributor or funds or anything like that, that's pretty good. So I hope my breakdown and my review is able to help you determine if you want to watch this movie or not. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.